Howdy, friends. Welcome into another episode of the 5 Minute Music Series. And we've got a special guest tonight, Sarah Fleshner. I've known her for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. But she's now the owner operator of 362 Entertainment. And she's the manager of Mark Jones, an artist that you saw last week on the 5 Minute Music Series. But aside from that, I honestly don't know what you do. So tell me what an artist management does.
A little bit of everything,
All
Wayne.
right.
Basically, what I like to describe it as is we like to separate the artist from the business side. We like to kind of be the buffer in between the two so that the artist can just be creative. So that can include anything from, helping out with tour management and mainly building that team around the artist that's going to be the one that pushes them forward. And until that team is built, you're going to fill a lot of the roles. So that's what we do. So it's a lot of fun. It can get kind of crazy sometimes, but I sure enjoy it.
So how'd you get started?
So my sister was in music for about 7 years, and I managed her full time. She retired from music about a year and a half ago, and I decided I wasn't ready to get out of it yet, but I still loved it. And so I started my management company. I picked up Mark, and I have another band called Hanny and the Heartthrobs. They're a Houston-based pop duo, and just dove right into it. And here we go. Here we are.
You said a little earlier that it's artist management, but that there's a lot more to it. Talk about the lot more to it.
Yeah, so basically, I manage two artists full time, but I saw that there's kind of a gap between a lot of independent artists and the business side of things, and that they don't always know how to handle it or just need to focus on being creative and not have to be bogged down by all of the business side of things. So I offer my services for basically song promotion, managing different projects for them, marketing, graphic design, brand management, all of those different things, social media management, just trying to help in any way that I can take some things off of the plates of these artists so that they can just create really great music.
Well, I know over the years I've seen that you do a lot of work with leather,
I do, yeah.
purses and belts and guitar straps, things like that. But I never thought of the artist as really having to need that. Now it sounds to me like you're making. Do you do like album covers and things like that? I
I
mean,
do. Yeah. Yeah. I do graphic design work. I do all kinds of album covers. I do all of Mark's and Hannah and David, Handy and Heartthrobs, but then I do contract work for different artists, just designing social media graphics and album covers, pretty much anything they need.
I noticed on Facebook you guys go to Nashville an awful lot.
We do about once a month. So I
Okay.
would say probably 90% of my business is here in Texas, but there's that 10% that needs to be tended to in Nashville. So
Yeah.
we're about once a month.
So when you're in Nashville, how difficult is it, or is it difficult at all, to come up with new business? I mean, everybody there must be somebody that does this in Nashville. Maybe 1,000 people that do this.
Yeah, there is. So basically, I think it can be difficult if you have the wrong intentions, maybe. But if you're going there with the attitude of I can help people and they can help me and we can be friends in business and help each other, business is bound to find you. So, I tell my friends what I need, they tell me what they need, and we kind of collaborate on things and new business comes out of that. So that's usually how that works.
Anybody on the horizon that you can talk about?
Oh gosh, I've got all kinds of projects coming up, but nobody I can quite mention. We'll have to put that for a later date.
All right. Well, that's just a little brief glimpse of what artist management does and how folks like Sarah take care of artists like Mark Jones and get their name out there. I mean, the social media aspects of this must be huge.
Yeah, that's a huge part. It's free marketing, so we try and really focus on that. But yeah, it's a big part of this.
All right, Sarah. Appreciate you taking the time on the 5 Minute Music Series, and I guess we'll see your artists out on the road. Not necessarily you, though, right?
There we go. If I'm doing my job right, you'll see my artist and not me.
All right. Sounds like a good thing. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks for having me.